$3.5 billion. That's how much money was accounted incorrectly in South Carolina's budget. That's according to the state's comptroller general. He told South Carolina senators about the issue in a meeting yesterday, and it left them with many questions. Our News 19's Nate Stanley has a chance to talk to Eckstrom directly today and has more.
A $3.5 billion mistake. It's one that has many in South Carolina scratching their heads. The issue was brought up on Thursday during a Senate committee meeting by State Comptroller General Richard Eckstrom.
When the accounting entries that were made to show that money had been transferred to colleges and universities, those transfer entries did not get carried forward.
According to Eckstrom, it's a complicated error that can be traced back to a change in accounting software in the early 2000s.
The accounting system relieved the state of their cash. The entries that relieved the state of their cash got ignored, were programmed to be ignored, when those should have been carried forward to the financial report weren't. There wasn't any human judgment involved. There was just the system was just following programming that had been done.
So what does all this mean for your money? Well, according to Frank Rainwater at the state's Revenue and Fiscal Affairs Office, not much.
There should be no impact on anyone, certainly not on the budget process, nothing on the tax rebates everybody received. This was simply a reporting issue in the state's financial statements, but it doesn't have an effect on the operations.
That means no increased taxes and no loss of your refund check. Still, state legislators are perplexed that an issue could go on this long. A special committee was announced on Thursday that's tasked with investigating the mistake. Senator Stephen Goldfinch is one of those selected.
I want to know why it happened, how we prevent it from happening again, who's responsible, where we go from here.
Rainwater says the state's Board of Economic Advisors will be meeting on February 15th to discuss the state's finances and consider next steps for this mistake. In Columbia, Nate Stanley, News 19, WLTX.
No date is set for when the state special committee will meet, but it will be a part of the week's schedule.